Hello, good morning, everybody. We just started. My name is KCLau from KCLau.com. So if you can hear my voice, you can see the screen of our computer. Can you just type something in the chat box? Maybe good morning to Jerry. So Jerry is here in my studio. He is the senior sales manager from M2N, which is a public listed company that provide trading software for brokers, for major brokerage house. It's like all the banks, like, and security firms. So just type something in the chat box, and or you can use the Q&A box to ask questions. Great. And also Jerry, he just started this website called bullkit.online.
Yes.
So where he's going to like host a regular webinar as well, trading for about stocks investment.
Yes.
So let's get started. Jerry, how are you?
Yeah, hi, Casey. Yeah, fine. I'm fine here. Yeah, thanks a lot. Actually, invite me to talk again in this KCLau.com channel. Actually, that's my pleasure. Okay, so I hope that actually in future I also can keep on contribute. I mean, what I know and what I understand about the stock market with all your database. And again, just now you mentioned about, yes, actually I recently actually me and my friend actually come up with a website actually called bullkit.online. I hope actually you guys actually bear with me a little bit. Let me introduce a bit about this bullkit.online. Actually, the purpose to come up this website, right? Actually, the main objective actually want to educate the retail investor, especially retail investor. That means to know more about the stock investment. So because in the stock market, right, there's a lot of hidden information actually not really take out by educator, because like some educator, they will just focus on certain part, like for example technical analysis, for example some of them talking about fundamental analysis. So for me, right, actually like today actually I'm going to talk the topic actually called the Bursa announcement. So in this Bursa announcement, right, sometimes actually there's a lot of so-called hidden secret inside, and as an investor, right, you are not can say not allowed to miss out lah, because once you miss out, right, you may also miss some profit, or you may also put yourself in a very unfavorable situation. So that's the purpose of the bullkit.online. And of course, then you will feel that, hey, is this something similar to KCLau.com? Yes, something similar, but actually KCLau.com, right, is more on the financial. So in KCLau.com, we'll talk about the property and some of the fund, other things. But for bullkit.online, right, basically me and my friend actually we will just focus in the stock investment, or maybe also the derivative investment. So there's some introduction about the bullkit. So maybe we can start our topic today.
Yeah, great. So it's about Bursa announcement.
Okay.
Nice.
So let's start. First of all, before I enter the Bursa announcement in Bursa website, right? So we just talk a little bit of the IPO. IPO actually is just the initial public offering. I believe all the attendees actually, you all actually will know lah, what is IPO. So actually the company actually want to be listed, right? Of course, there's two main objective. One, basically maybe they want to create awareness in the market, so that people trust them, and they know their background actually is strong enough because they are public listed company. And of course, another one, right, is the more correct one. Actually, they want to use the public money to develop their company. That's why a company actually will go for IPO. So that's the two main objective. That's why, right, in Bursa Malaysia website, right, you can see under the listed company, right, you can check some of the IPO summary. Like here, okay, so hope you guys actually can see my screen. Actually, I'm showing the Bursa Malaysia website. So there's a listed company and IPO summary. Okay, so once you click inside, right, so you can see some of the companies. Okay, some of them actually already listed, and some actually is coming one. So you can check from that. Of course, here you can see some of the information. For example, the company name, that means the company going to be IPO. Second, actually the offer period. So within this period, right, so all the retail investor, or they can apply for the new share. Okay, the channel actually I used before actually is use the ATM machine, okay, to go and apply for the new share of the new IPO company. So of course they will show the issue price also, and which market they're going to be listed. Is it in the main market or ACE market? because limitation of the time, right? So basically, I won't cover more because, in fact, my slides, right, previously, actually, I will explain a little bit on this, what is main market and what is actually ace market, what is their requirement. So basically, I will skip this part, this round, okay? And then the last one, actually, you should know is once you apply and you also got it already, the new share, so you should know when is the first day to trade this stock. Whether maybe the first day the stock already spiked, then you want to sell it off, you can you also know when is the right day. Okay. So once the company listed already, right? So there's no longer just the individual matter already. So actually it's a public matter already. So that's the so-called a regulator, right? Called Bursa Malaysia. Actually, he will check everything. So he will do kind of like policeman like that. Okay. So of course, you can see from here, right? The role of Bursa Malaysia to investor, right? Actually, this include actually all the trading, clearing, settlement, okay, all the depository services, okay, along with the product, bond, equity, all these, okay. So of course, Bursa Malaysia also need to ensure all the price information, okay. So the security trading disseminated efficiently and the trading is fair and orderly, okay. So this is the role. So Bursa Malaysia also will enforce the regulation, okay, and maybe impose fine, okay, when there's the stock, right, is a break the so-called the rules or regulation of this Bursa Malaysia, set by Bursa Malaysia or maybe by SC. SC stand for Security Commission Malaysia, okay. So of course, in Bursa Malaysia website, there's containing a lot of information. So which is one of the information we're going to cover today is called this announcement. Okay, so I hope you guys actually stay with me. Okay, so that's so-called a brief introduction about.
So basically, Bursa Malaysia is a company. They are also listed on their own exchange, right?
Yes.
Bursa Malaysia is a counter as well.
Yes.
So
it's a GLC company, government link
company. So their role is basically to regulate and manage, I think from A to Z, right?
Yeah.
About all the listed company in Malaysia.
Yes.
So today, the main focus will be talking about the announcement. That means every changes, right? All the companies made or they have to do any announcement, any we will look at all the categories later.
Yes.
Most of it, if not all.
Not all.
because there's a lot, right?
Yes.
So they will have their website, Bursa Malaysia, where they will compile all these announcements.
Yes.
So that it make it easy for investor like us to search for the information we want and first hand.
Yes.
I mean, first hand it should be from there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So before that, right, actually, before I started this webinar, right, actually, Cassie also forwarded me one email. So actually, the email actually asking this quick question. So the first question, right, actually, which site can make us to be the early bird to learn about the upcoming announcement on financial result, entitlement, and contract? So I can tell you the only and the first ones should receive and publish all this information only in Bursa Malaysia. You can't get elsewhere. If you can get the information before Bursa Malaysia, right, that's considered insider news. Really.
Yeah, then you get fined, right?
I mean, you better don't bet a lot, lah. I mean, if let's say you really bet a lot on that, maybe you will trigger them. They will come and fine you. How come you will know this? Why you bought so much of this stock, right? Okay, is it you know something before the really the news come out?
I think there are cases where like some of the company director, let's say one company, the director is like having a press conference with some analyst or something, and then he give up some information, but that information is not disseminated through Bursa Malaysia. So that when found out, then Bursa Malaysia is fining them. They fine the directors.
Yes, if I not remember wrongly, I think MYEG also kena this before.
MYEG, right?
Yeah,
like
MYEG. They leak some news only. Okay, so in fact they can't leak any news. Okay, which is actually will affect the benefit of the investor, right? They should inform Bursa Malaysia first. Then Bursa Malaysia once announcement made, then only you whatever other news you can spread in the market. Okay, so like I say, the first question is the only Bursa Malaysia can announce all the so-called related news about the listed company.
Yes.
So again, second question, right? Also same. So which site usually will be the first to post? Of course, this one I mentioned already. Answer already is Bursa Malaysia. If it is Bursa, then who else next? So the rest of that's why the answer I'm putting here, right, is all other participants in the markets, like broker, fund houses, data vendor, or the retail investor. So all of these players, right, they will they will get all the information simultaneously
Simultaneously
Yes.
from Bursa Malaysia website.
From
as well.
Bursa Malaysia website, they can extract from there.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last question, right? How is the flow chart of the company announcement? Okay, so from the board of director, next flow of the info goes to and where? How can we better and earlier inform? In fact, if you notice, right, all three questions, right, so-called these members of KCLau, right, he actually should tend to get the earlier news. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, right, actually you can't
If you can get
Unless-
it's actually illegal, right?
consider illegal unless you really know someone in that company.
The BOD, right? One
Yes,
person.
that's
from
why the
BOD.
common flow, right, is the board of director. Okay, they decided something, then they file a so-called to Bursa Malaysia, then Bursa Malaysia make the announcement, and then reach the end. Later on, the public actually will get all the information already.
Yeah.
So this is the proper flow, but of course in Malaysia there's a lot of improper flow lah. Okay. So that's I hope that actually all these three question answer. For her, I think send a question in previously. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So again, a lot of trading platform, right? This one just a highlight to the ladies actually who raised this question as well. So all the trading platform, right? I believe they should have some channel called news, okay? And inside there, I also called you can get all the so-called announcement. So except Bursa Malaysia, but I can tell Bursa Malaysia definitely is the first one to announce everything. Then only come to this kind of a trading platform or the charting tools, okay? So they only got the information, okay? Okay, let's come back to our topic, Bursa announcement. So here you can check all the announcement. So under listed company as well, and you can see there's the first call company announcement, okay? First and second. So, okay, and this is very easy. So of course, once you click that one already, then you will change to this page. So here you can see, you can select all the categories, okay? Whether you want to select by category or you want to select the company. Perhaps maybe you are holding some company, right? Then you just search for the company, okay? And then you just see what are the announcement made, okay? Sorry. Okay. So this is the Bursa announcement. You can see if let's say we search through the categories, right? So you can see there's a lot of announcement. So due to the time constraint, right? Basically today we just covered few. So first, additional listing announcement. Second, actually change of corporate information or shareholdings. And we also like public offering, just now I shared already, and investor alert. And the last one actually is a share buyback. There's one more is the listing circular, I think. Sorry, I missed out that one. Okay. So basically this announcement we're going to cover today. So in fact, previously my slide, right, actually I also covered the entitlement, but also advised by Casey, right, is it possible I come up another topic, just purely talk about the entitlement and the loan stock part of information. So actually I quite agree that because the entitlement, right, and talking about loan stock, right, that part also can be maybe one other topic to share even more clear with your database. So I will come out the topic later on, and maybe I also will make a schedule with Casey again and come here and talk about the entitlement.
We'll arrange that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, so you ready? So let's talk about additional listing announcement. So what an additional listing is, okay, and the effect and actually the important information you should pay attention. So of course, normally a company will issue some share, right? Normally actually there's the two common reason here. first actually is the conversion of warrants, maybe because they want to convert their warrant to become a mother share, then they will just raise additional listing. And second is called ESOS, okay, employee share option scheme. Maybe they want to award some share to their employees, right? Then maybe they will just raise some additional listing. Okay, so this is so of course by issuing more share, right, basically also with diluting your stake and the earning lah. So you can see here there's a number. So let's say your earning actually is unchanged, okay, but your number of share, right, actually increased already. So you can see the formula over here. So basically your earning divided by your number of share, right, you obviously once your share increase but your earning remain, then the earning per share basically will drop. Okay, so this is what we call
and normally when we do that, let's say just now you said the conversion of warrant, right, warrant into the mother share, because warrant is an option to buy the mother share at a certain price.
Yes.
And also ESOS is allowing the employee to buy the share, right?
Yeah.
So when they have that, does the company also raise more capital to do the business, since they're converting sales, so they're paying more money to get more shares, right?
Not really. The company actually can get the extra money lah, because once you raise the warrant, right, once you come out a new warrant, you already got the so-called maybe the capital from there. But some warrant actually they come out, right, also because they want to award to their shareholder, maybe the free warrant to them has a reward lah. So basically this is not the only the main channel they raise fund for to develop their company. Maybe they can come out something like maybe right issue, or maybe
so your main point is that they are not basing on this thing to raise money, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you see the additional listing, right, I think there's two major action. So one is the conversion of the warrant, and another one actually is the ESOS.
Okay.
So if let's say I think if you hope that the company actually want to develop more about for their company, right, then maybe that one you should see the announcement from the maybe entitlement is the right issue kind of things. Okay.
So every time when this additional listing happen, that means your share is diluted, right?
A little bit lah, because you can see from here, okay. Of course, you see here there's a number here. First, actually you can see type of corporate proposal. So it's an ESOS or maybe conversion of warrant. So second is the number of share actually raised, and the last one actually total units actually issued.
And normally the price will be a discount from what the price of the share at the market at the time, right?
For ESOS, I think yes. But for warrant, right, actually no, because warrant itself already got a profile.
Yeah.
So I think there's a conversion already calculated one.
Yeah.
Okay, it only the ESOS. ESOS, yes, they will offer some for their employees. Okay, so these are the information you should pay attention, because actually you can see here the number of share issue, right? Over here, 269,000 of share, right? Compared with the total share, right? Actually, just I think how many percent? I think not
0.005 or something. I think 0.05, I guess.
Yes. I think that's not really affect your stock price. Okay. So again, the next one actually we are talking about the changes in shareholding. Okay.
So this is the next category.
So this is the next one. So the additional listing, that one is quite straightforward. So once you saw it, actually it's just the two basic action, like I say. So again, next one, actually we are talking about the changes in shareholding. So in this change in the shareholding, right? So here there's a pro, okay. Why they need announce, and do you feel confusing? And there's sometimes you will see there's a section 137, 138, 139. Actually, what are they about? Okay. So here now I'm going to explain to you. So a person who has an interest in those shares, right, notice has to be given to SC. Okay, like for example, if let's say you are the director, okay, so you sold or you also grab some stock from the stock market, right, you need to file to SC within the 7 days.
So when you say a person who has an interest in those shares, do you just refer to the directors, the major shareholders?
Actually, directors and maybe the major shareholder, we call it substantial shareholder, which is those shareholder, right, holding more than 5% of the company.
So anyone like most of us, we don't own more than 5%. So it's nothing that we need to do on this
we
matter.
don't need to do anything.
Just the major, the substantial shareholders and the directors of the company, the board of directors. Right?
Okay. So there's sometimes you feel, how come there's two different standards, so-called here, change in the substantial shareholder and change in the director interest. Okay, you can see actually here there's in fact there's no difference between these two characters. Why? Because sometimes we see the same person name show has both a change in director and a substantial shareholder, because this person, right, also playing both characters in the company. Okay, he's a big boss and also he's a big shareholder.
Yeah, normally directors are the major shareholders, but some directors are like the independent directors. They might not own more than 5%, right?
Yes. But I think that scenario normally will be happen in US market, but in Malaysia, right, most of them actually they are also considered a major shareholder. Like I think you are mentioned about the Apple company, right? So Apple company like Tim Cook actually not holding more than 5%, right? He just appointed director only. So that's a different case. Okay. So of course, like a Apple company, right? So the Tim Cook only have, if let's say Tim Cook sold and also bought some stock, right? So they need to do some, announcement in the changes in the director interest already.
Not the substantial shareholders interest, but still have to do the same announcement, right?
Yes. But in US, I think should be the same, okay. But now we are talking about.
Here's a relevant question. It says substantial shareholder. Let's say he's in the top 30 list, but is the holding still below 5%? Does he need to do an announcement here? No, they have to be more than 5%.
More than 5%. Okay. Because here actually, here just now we seeing this kind of section 137, 138, 139, right? Actually, these three sections already explained to you. Section 137 for a shareholder who hold 5% or more is considered as a new substantial shareholder. That's why you can see, let me put back the previous, you can see the announcement right under here. Sorry, where is it? Here. You see 137. There's 138 and 139. Okay. So you can see first, if let's say, like for example, KC just bought a company from maybe 3% up to 5.1%.
So I'm a new substantial shareholder, right?
Yes, you are considered a new substantial shareholder.
Okay.
Yes, the latest one.
Then I need to do announcement to the Bursa.
Yes, you have to do the announcement. Yeah, you have to file the announcement, file the report to them. And if let's say the section 138 means that actually if you already holding more 5% and above, but you also have some changes, whether you are bought some new one, or maybe you also trying to sell it
or dispose and become less than 5%, you still have to do that announcement.
As long as you are above 5%. And the last one, actually, section 139 is when you are from the substantial shareholder and cease to be the substantial shareholder. It means that you are holding less than 5%. Then you can just no need. Maybe 4.99%, right? You can no need to file anything to Bursa Malaysia anymore.
So this will be the last announcement you make.
Yes,
the
this
section
is 139. Okay, so this is the difference between 137, 138, and 139. Okay, so I hope you guys actually still with me. Okay, so again, so this is announcement. So normally you will see what are the information first, who is this, okay, and description, whether it's the share or warrant. Buy or sell type of transaction, number of security, like this one type of transaction, whether it's dispose or acquire, okay. So the reason and direct or indirect interest, okay. So some of you may wonder what is direct and what is indirect interest, okay. So here I put a chart over here. So when a company A holding B 70% of share, right, this one we call it direct. And B holding 50% of C company, right? This one we also call B actually got the direct interest.
So A direct interest in B, B direct interest in C.
Okay. Yes, but how about then the A actually also consider, that's why here A is considered indirect, or we also call it dim interest in company C. So it's a formula is 70% times 50%, also equivalent to 35%.
That means he's indirectly owning the share of C through B.
Yes, through
so B. That's called indirect and deep interest.
Yes.
Does the percentage play a role whenever you do the Oh, it doesn't matter, right? As long as maybe you own just 1% of B, but B own 50% of C, you still have to. It's still
Because this one,
considered,
right? Because like previously, there's you can see it here, right? Because there's a lot of those fund houses, right? They're holding a lot of so-called a subsidiary. So when subsidiaries sell off the share, right? Because maybe previously they are the substantial shareholder, then maybe they also do some sell it off, or maybe they dispose or acquire lah. Okay, so there's some changes already. So in fact, right, in here, the mother company also make the announcement that, but mother in company is holding the indirect interest of the so-called the so-called the share sole company. That's why we should know the relationship a little bit on this.
Yeah, I think this is one of the case, and another case is like spouse.
Spouse also need, yes, is consider that day I read this also. I think that one is also considered the
Indirect or
let me think about that. I read this indirect. This one I need to double check, but I think it's also quite direct lah, because your spouse and your all your
children.
Children. Actually, this one all considered
like sibling.
Yes.
I don't know whether sibling consider or not.
This one I need to double check. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so that's all about the direct and indirect interest. Okay. So the next one we were going to cover actually is the share buyback. Okay, so this is also considered is a good scenario if the company do the share buyback, but also some company actually they also resell their treasury share as well. So here, what is share buyback? Actually, the share buyback is we absorb that portion of its ownership that was previously distributed among the public, okay, and the private investor. So there's three reasons, okay, why the company will do the share buyback. Okay,
yeah, I think we need a layman term to explain that share buyback.
Okay, share buyback means okay, when the company, let's say KC own a company, okay, and they're also listed already, 30% share already in the public, floating in the market. Okay, but one day KC felt that, hey, how come my share price is so low? I felt that actually it's undervalued already. So I'm feeling that I want to buy back some share in the company point of view.
Okay, so my company,
yes,
fork out money from the company,
yes,
buy back the share,
yeah,
and
buy back the share,
put it in the company as well. So
yes,
it's owned by the company.
30% to 29%. So 1% actually acquired back by the company itself.
Okay.
Okay, not by the director lah. It's using company money. Okay, but if let's say use the director money, right, then that's considered a substantial shareholder changing, the director interest changing already. It's not the company itself already.
Yeah.
So share buyback is all about the company itself. Okay.
Okay.
So reason one, okay, like just now what I explained the KC case is that maybe the company is already undervalued. Okay, so the company just like for example, because we all know, right, economy also got a cycle. When the cycle actually come to the downtrend, right, so and the share price of the company also very cheap already, right, and the company itself, right, also feel that, hey, I got so many contract in hand. Actually, I feel that the company is not only worth this price. Then when the price really in that low, right, then I go and acquire some.
Yeah.
And I filed the announcement back to the Bursa Malaysia. And a lot of investors actually, they also feel that, hey, the company also bought back some share. Why not? Can I just follow? Actually, yes, you can follow if you feel that actually it's a good sign lah. But I can tell you, I got my personal experience previously. Okay, also I follow a director of the company. In fact, this director, right, from 29%, okay, slowly accumulated up to 31%. And I follow also, but luckily actually the share price actually dropped from 80 over cent dropped to I think 50 or 60 cent. But because I got no much holding power, right, then I was also forced to sell already. Yeah, though that's my personal experience. I should tell you some cases, right, really you can make a lot of money. Like previously there's a Berjaya Food. Before Berjaya Food, right, acquired the balance 50% of the Starbucks Malaysia, right, you can see the stock price, and you also can see Vincent Tan already bought some share. already I mean there's some insider tradings. Okay,
It's,
but also you can see from Bursa
yeah, it's
announcement.
all announcement, right?
Yes, yes, yes. But after a few days, right, really the announcement out, they acquire 50% balance of the Starbucks Malaysia. The share price actually
Sure,
from 1 ringgit 70 cent all the way up to 3 ringgit. You can check back the case actually. There's also I used it as my example case study before lah. Okay, so reason number two, actually, the company buy back some share, right? Also, so that the business actually look more attractive to investor. Like for example, just now we are talking about earning per share, formula. So when your earning remain, but your number of share, okay, so called reduce, right? Actually, your earning per share actually increase. So that's the thing. And the reason number three, okay, so the company do the share buyback also maybe because of the compensation purposes. Okay, maybe they want to award their employee instead of using the additional listing, right? They use the company's share, okay, their treasury share to award their employees.
Oh,
so they don't need to do the additional listing.
I see.
So these are all the reason number three why the company they will do some share buyback sometimes. Okay.
Okay.
So of course you can see some announcement like once you put the category as a share buyback, okay, then the under the subcategory you can see some of the my point. You can see over here. There is first one is a resale share buyback. Okay.
So I think you answer another question, right? This is by
Yeah.
WK Wong. He says that when the company starts selling its treasury shares, so they will do announcements as well. So it's
Yes,
under
yes,
the
yes.
same category.
Under his, yeah, you can see there's the first one, notice of resale or cancellation of the treasury share. So they also will do some immediate announcement over here. Okay, so you can see there's here there's a form 28A and 28B. So how come got these two type of form need to be filed? Okay, so of course this is based on my explanation. Okay, after I did my research, right? For form 28A, actually this is the immediate announcement, and for form 28B, right? This one is the accumulated announcement. Okay, so 28A maybe today I bought it already. Then tomorrow I filed. Then I use the form 28A. So it's considered immediate. So for 28B, right? Maybe this whole weeks, right? I bought a lot, or slowly accumulate. Then the next Monday, right? Then only I make the announcement because they got some regulation within 2 weeks, right? The company need to really file the so-called the news to Bursa Malaysia.
So so it's either 28A or 28B. It's not like both you have to do, right?
Yes.
Either A or B, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So here you can see some of the notice of share buyback immediate announcement, right? So you can see number of share purchased. I think this is quite important. Okay, and the cumulative net outstanding share has to date. Okay, and the last one, how many percent of the treasury share divided by share issue? Okay, so this is the percentage. So this is also same. Bursa require company to report, okay, their past 2 weeks share buyback. Okay, so you can see there's a date from which date to which date. Okay, so but in this case, where it's just one share buyback only lah, because you can see it's just 6th of June. Okay, and the date of lot. Okay, number of share purchased retained in the treasury. Okay, so all this. So this 28B, you can see this is a date of shares sold from 9th of August until 11th of August. This one is the accumulated one. Okay, so you can see over here. Okay, so last one actually the resale. So same. Okay, in this case, you also can see how many total number of treasury shares sold.
So yeah, that's the question about treasury share. Mainly, this is just a term that's saying that when you buy back the shares, is part inside the company and it's called treasury share. Yeah. So when you resell, then you're basically selling the treasury shares.
Yes. I mean the share belong to the company lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, how many treasury share retained in the company after the resale really? So here you can see all the information over here. This one is also all about a share buyback or resell a share. Okay. So far I think should okay, right? So because we're going to move to the next announcement called reply to query. Okay. So you can see normally you will see this reply on query, right? There's a most common case is called UMA. UMA stands for unusual market activity. Okay, when you saw a stock, right, suddenly actually jump a lot or maybe drop a lot, right? So actually the SC also will come out a letter.
They will query,
they'll ask the company, hey, how come your share price so fast? I mean, drops sharply or maybe spike so high, okay, in a just short period of time. So this is part of the SC role, okay. So and then this once the UMA announced, right, how this UMA actually affect the market. Okay, normally a share, right, or the stock, right, announce UMA, right, means that all the broker, right, they only allow investor to buy the share by using cash and cannot play the contract anymore.
Oh, cannot use margin?
Cannot use margin anymore. So this is why why the UMA actually need to be announced and why this UMA purpose. Yeah. So
that means is identify that your company is maybe some investor are hungry lah. They try to goreng lah, makan char kway teow goreng
because you know, right, margin we only pay the money by 3 days later so we all of us also got the margin inside. Some have got double or maybe triple. Okay, they can just 3 days later.
So they're not using their own money to go and buy up the shop.
Yes, that's why you can see the capital got 2 times or 3 times. Okay, but once there's no holding power for this stock already, right, then the whole thing actually will come down.
Will collapse, right?
Yeah, that's why, right, once the UMA out, right, normally the stock, if you want to buy the stock again, right, you need to use the cash already. You can't use the margin anymore.
So basically they will not allow you to trade with margin.
Yes.
Ask you to talk on the money.
Yes. Okay. So of course, once the letter sent by IC already, so the company also need to be replied, but I think quite standard in Malaysia.
How soon they have to reply? I think 1-2 days, or is it?
I think 1-2 days, but I have not really go and check. But because this is related to the company, that's why the company normally is within 1-2 days. They sure will reply already. I think there's the regulation how many days they must reply. Okay. So when the company kena UMA, right, I think the
standard reply.
The reply is quite standard.
And then you can just copy and paste, right?
Change
most of the time.
The letter, everything. Yeah, I don't know. Okay,
aware,
normally they will just,
right?
I don't know. Okay, so no one will tell you actually, yes, I know. Maybe they will kena also. Okay, so this is about the UMA. So next one, actually, there's some investor alert. So and this one also quite so-called serious when your company fall into a PN 17. Okay, so this put part under investor alert announcement. So here there's a few criteria.
So that means whenever there's an announcement on investor alert,
yes,
it will be about the financial condition, is it?
In the investor alert, right, there's few announcement, but the serious one is this PN 17. Okay. So you'll be curious, why a company actually will list under the PN 17? So here is the criteria. Okay, number 1, company shareholder funds are less than 25% of their total pay up capital. I got an example later. I will show this one. Maybe you are not understand about the sentence, but never mind, you can see the example later on. So second, receiver or managers have been appointed 50% over the asset. This one when the company go for bankruptcy, for bankruptcy, means that actually 50% of the asset of the companies by already by others, like receiver or maybe by managers. That means other parties already. And the third one, the auditors has expressed adverse opinion on the companies. This one is like some, the
accounting
things, kind of things. Okay, so when the auditor actually don't want feel that you can't express in this way, okay, I felt you should tell the truth to the public, then there's some opposite opinions, then also the company will fall into this PN17. And the last one, this one is also quite straightforward, and also think also most of the cases kena one is the loan interest and default in the loan interest or principal repayment. Like for example, recently there's a news 1 MDB. Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, but I should pay, but end up actually can't pay, right? Kind of things. Okay, then end up they need to make announcement as well, lah. Okay. Okay, so there's a case study here, but this one is an old case study, lah. It's 2014. Is the TPC plus Berhad, right? So you can see this one also filed. You can see the issue investor alert announcement by 28th of February 2014. Content have direct investor to refer to another announcement with same date. Okay, so this is a PN17 announcement, but because you can't see clearly in the description here, that's why you need to open the attachment
and read the details.
Yes, so you can see why TPC will list under the PN17, because triggered the number one. TPC, because shareholder equities of TPC is less than 50% of the issue capital. But just now I showed that one is the 25%. In fact, this one is been changed already. Previously, must fulfill 50%.
But now
now it's reduced to 25% already. So you can see the under this so-called account, so-called the financial result over here. So the share capital previously was 40 million. Okay, and then the accumulated loss means over maybe don't know how many years from 40 million actually also got some gain and loss. End up right, the shareholder equity is just less about 16 million.
So it's less than 50%.
Less than 50%. Okay, but now actually the rules changed already. Now cannot be lesser than 25%.
So it's not so stringent anymore.
In this case, right, in fact, until 16 million, right, the company actually will not part under PN70 until less than 10 million.
Yeah.
This is the new rules. Okay.
So that means this thing only happened when the companies keep making loss for a few years, right?
Yes. Okay. So of course you also can unliftment of PN17 sectors. Okay, of course you need to come out with the whole plan, everything's up. Okay, how you structure again your company and how you have a new plan actually to develop the company so that from making loss to making profit, the process you need to file to the so-called SC and also Bursa Malaysia lah. Then after certain of a period of testing, then only you can see. Like for example, this one, unliftment, also TPC plus Berhad unliftment of PN17 status. Okay. So you can see, but 2 years later already. Just now we saw it actually is 2014.
So during that 2 years it is actually you cannot trade the share, isn't it?
Yeah, you cannot trade the share.
Whenever there's a PN17 announcement, then the stocks will be suspended, is it?
Yes, suspended, but you also you still can see the stock actually under the so-called. I mean you still can see. I mean from newspaper you still can see the stock code. Yeah, still can see the stock code under the PN17.
But just you cannot sell and buy, is it?
This is based on my understanding lah. Yeah. Okay, because it's already regulated already. I mean you already controlled by maybe monitored by someone already. Okay, so another investor alert, right, is also because of the delay in the submission of the annual report. And this one I noticed happened for those cheap stock. I think I counted before. the China company actually listed in Malaysia one. Sometimes they also delay in the submission of the annual report, right? They also will part under this PN17. Okay, so they are required to really fulfill the requirement by the Bursa Malaysia, then only they can do the unliftment. Okay. So this is the delay. The announcement is show like this. Okay. So this is the content, the category. So the next one is actually the listing circular. Okay. And the listings under this listing circular, right, you can see here there's 7 items. Maybe first one is maybe because of the notice of a book of disclosure. This one is about the entitlement, UMA, punished by Bursa security, reclassification, where from maybe technology to other sector, trading hot and resumption of trading. Maybe this one got the new contract announcement and suspension and delisting. So we'll go through one by one lah. So first one, actually notice of book of disclosure. This one, like for example, they want to announce the bonus. Okay, so that's why they will make announcement like this. So second, UMA, just now we mentioned already, it's all about the unusual market activities. Okay, and this one also punished by Bursa security departments. Okay, you can see here. Okay, like this case is the SKP resources per heart. So you can read through lah. Means if you want. So maybe because they leaked some news, or maybe they did something wrong, actually not really break the rules of Bursa Malaysia. That's why Bursa Malaysia actually will fine them. Okay, and this one is a reclassification of the sector from maybe another one to another one. Okay. So this one is trading hot and a resumption of trading. This one maybe because the company going to announce maybe new contract or maybe some new big contract or whatsoever lah. Okay, so they will request for maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, or maybe 1 day trading hot. Okay, to stop trading. Okay, and there's a suspension of trading. Of course, here, in this case of MRT track Berhad, right? Also, the above company has failed to submit its annual report. So this one also will gonna the suspension of trading. Okay, because annual report is very important to the investor.
Yeah.
So if let's say you never announce, means you never publish your annual report, right? So has the investor, right, feel like actually I'm in the risk already. So for Bursa Malaysia, the role of Bursa Malaysia must make sure all the interest of the retail investor must secure. Must be fair enough. Okay. So this is the last one. So it's a listing security called delisting. So you see also at one example is a PJ Development Holding Berhad. Okay, delisting of the entire issue and pay up capital. So this one is considered like a share. Say bye bye to all the investor already. So this is the last one. It's called delisting. Okay. Okay. So I think that's all about the Bursa announcement which I'm covered today. Like I say, there's so many Bursa announcements, but because due to we only have 1 hour, right? So basically we will split few parts. So this one I will consider is a part 1. So maybe we will come out the part 2, talking about the entitlement, and maybe also the part 3, others information which is covered under the Bursa Malaysia.
Yeah.
So I think that's all. So I think you guys actually got any question? Maybe you also can.
Yeah, if you have any question, you can just type in the Q&A box. We'll try to address it if we have time. So by the way, so if you want to follow Jerry, right, his website is called bullkick.online. So it's not .com anything, but it's bullkick.online. Yeah.
Yes. a bit
one special extension. I think recently they have a lot of this .com domain extension, a lot like kitchen.academy and anything you can think of, right?
Yes, there's really a lot. You go to godaddy.com, right? You can get really a lot, different type of domain.
Okay, let's get to some of the questions. Another option is the dividend reinvestment. Do you know how company can apply such requirements? Dividend reinvestment, that means when they announce dividend, and an investor can choose to use that dividend to just exchange for share.
This one I think also one of the should be under the entitlement announcement lah. So
but not all companies
how company
doing that,
can
right?
apply such requirement. This one I never touched on this before, so sorry to say that I need to get some to find out the answer for this one lah. Yeah, sorry to this.
Okay, no problem. We are not the regulator, so
yes. Yeah, so we are just go through those very common one lah. The affected one.
We will answer you if you know all the question of us. If you don't blame us. Sorry.
Yeah.
We are also investor like you. We just maybe know a little bit more. Okay, this is a question about how do you decipher the frequent announcement by EPF? Because EPF, I think, they are one of the biggest investor in our Bursa Malaysia, right? So they own a lot of companies. So you will see a lot of announcement made by EPF because through Bursa Malaysia, because they are substantial shareholder of some of the companies. So what do you think whenever they have announcement like buy and sell from EPF? How do you look at that?
I think EPF, I think also consider a good sign lah. If let's say EPF really do some, of course, not selling lah. If let's say the EPF actually bought some share, I mean in the company they are currently holding, right? I think consider is a good sign lah.
One thing I know that is that they are also they are big investor, I would say.
Yeah.
So sometimes when they announce they are major shareholders, so when they make announcement, there will be like some large volume, and sometimes it's not so large volume, and sometimes they buy and sell within 1 week, things like that.
Yeah.
It might be due to different. They also like EPF. I think they are not like managing all in house. They also they give money to some of the fund managers. So maybe fund manager A is selling that stock, and fund manager B is buying that stock.
Yes.
So you will see, sometimes it's conflicting kind of announcements as well.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Hope I answered your question. So Wong has another question here about he said, is there any alert feature in Bursa Malaysia website where we can subscribe and get notified whenever there is an announcement of interest?
This one, okay, I would tell for Bursa Malaysia, no, but for others data vendor, yes.
Who are
like for example, like what KCLau normally use, right, is Share Investor Web Pro. Okay, under the Share Investor Web Pro, I think there's some so-called the news alert. So you can create your own portfolio. After that, or under your own portfolio, right, all the related news, right, we also listed below. Why I know so clear about Share Investor, because actually I was there. So that's why I can tell you under the Share Investor Web Pro, right, yes, you can have this kind of so-called feature.
Yeah. But not on Bursa Malaysia.
Maybe others also have lah, but I'm not so sure lah. But because I used the Share Investor before, that's why I know. Okay.
But by the way, Bursa Malaysia's website it had become better already. Last time, I think a few years ago, it was the old version is even harder to find information, right?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
But now the latest one is categorized.
I think they just play their part only lah. It means their role, right? It just do the announcement. But a lot of announcement actually is value for the investor, but only the data vendor, right? They will do some filtering, or they will do some maybe enhancing so that the data can reach you accurately. But this is not the main purpose of Bursa Malaysia. So Bursa Malaysia just make the announcement.
So they don't provide that service.
They don't provide. Yes. Okay.
So okay, good. And another question by Hawking is said, once the delisting happened, so it's reverse of listing, delisting. Then what happens to the minority shareholders? Okay,
this one I will answer also based on my understanding only lah, because I not really go and research deep about the things. So once delisted already, right, means that actually you can't sell in the open market already. So in fact, right, if I'm not mistaken, right, you still can get the dividend from the company, but sometimes they will acquire, they will force you to
sell it back to
the
major shareholder.
The major shareholder. So you have no choice one. So the only option actually for you just sell it off. But of course there's a price. Okay, the once they say that they want to privatize, right, they will come out a price one.
I think most of the case will be like that, right?
Yeah, most of the
they
case
will buy up all your shares, right?
Yes.
So it's a clear cut say goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay, we answered that. And another question by Mac is said, okay, the rights entitlements. So I think rights issue or something like that.
This one, like I say, this is an entitlement, right? Which is maybe we will cover in the next section. So it's all about the entitlement. So
yeah,
there is a right bonus, loan stock, everything. So we will cover more deeper
in the next
section.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So how about this question? It said, is Q4 report earlier than annual report?
Okay, because normally, right, the financial, so under the annual report, right, actually they will do, because
do you want to
from Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, right?
The browser, you want to open a browser and then give them an example on the Bursa Malaysia.
I think for this one, right, for the Q4 report, right, because sometimes, right, they do some changing. That's why for the Q4 report, right, not 100%.
It's not audited.
Yeah,
right?
and also not audited. And only the annual report is considered audited. So all the information inside, right, is you can't change anymore.
Yeah.
But for Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, right, because due to the audited, right, and you want to make some amendment, right, can. So that's why, right, the Q4 report is not exactly same as the annual report.
So the question is, is Q4 report earlier than annual report? Yes, it's earlier.
Definitely earlier one.
So
Because
that's a requirement, right? You
4
have
months.
to
4 months.
for quarterly result.
No,
the annual report will be 4 months.
yeah,
for quarterly
annual report,
result will be like
3 months. I mean, like for example, now let's say for Q1 normally it's January, February, and March, right?
Yeah.
So within the next 3 months, right, you must mix the financial.
the next 3 months or next 2 months.
Because I can see, right, some of the company they will I think around May, right, end of May, right, they will do that.
Yeah, can we pull up like an example? Maybe
Okay,
go to
let's say
Bursa
this
Malaysia's
one,
website, right?
Okay, so yeah, let me share.
Yeah, you need to share that screen. So we are going to go to Bursa Malaysia's website so that we can show you.
Sorry, yeah, okay.
Bursa Malaysia.
Oh.
No, you have to www at the front.
Yeah, you got no www.
Oh, they never fixed this issue. Oh my god. You should fix it. Fix it, right? Okay, so it's under listed company. You go to company announcement. So once you click that, they're going to come up with a page that we shown frequently just now on the slides.
Yeah, it's running.
Yeah, it's coming up. Yes.
Okay, so
maybe
we talk about the financial
results.
Okay, submit. Okay, so you can see this one, right?
Maybe you can zoom in to just one company so that you can see
you can see,
right?
here. You can see first is the announcement date.
Yeah.
So this one is the quarterly result and the end date. So you can see. So the quarterly result, right, consolidated one is the end date should be 30th of June. But you can see the announcement date is by 7th of August.
So it's plus
3
1
months.
month plus, right?
Actually, it's
August.
Yeah, August. Yes.
7,
some
July,
actually, if
yeah.
let's say because the peak one normally is the end of February. Sorry. Okay, let me check.
Yeah, like this one, or amended announcement. Okay. So you can see like the May one will be in July. So I think it should be 2 months.
2 months,
so 2 months for the quarterly.
2 months, yes.
Annual report will be 4 months, right?
Yeah, annual report will be 4 months. So 4 months, within 4 months, the company should submit the annual report to Bursa Malaysia. Once you're late already, then you consider it's they will find you already.
Okay.
Okay. So
in this case, the question is that when Q4 the result coming out is like after 2 months, you have to come out, right?
Yeah.
And then the annual report will come another 2 months later.
Yeah.
So somewhere there. Okay, we answer a question. Thank you. And let's get to another question. Said Jerry, you mentioned sometimes when company want to make announcement on big contract, the company requested trading halt for 1 or 2 hours. May I know the reason for trading halt? Why do they want to have a trading halt?
Maybe because they don't want to. I mean, to avoid the news early leak out kind of things. Because sometimes right, the news like for example, okay, I want to let's say I'm the company. I want to file to Bursa Malaysia, but in between, actually, who is the next? But sometimes actually Bursa Malaysia people already know. I mean, I submitted already, but Bursa haven't made announcement. But Bursa is means for those. I'm not saying that they will do something like that, but of course the workers or employee in the Bursa Malaysia they know already.
So they want to avoid somebody that may have earlier information and do the insider trade, right?
Yes. Actually, this I think this should be the main purpose,
Yeah, main purpose.
Okay, because like for example, let's say just example, if I'm working in Bursa Malaysia, I know the contract already. Although I can. I know I cannot buy. Once I bought already, actually Bursa Malaysia or maybe the SAH will come and find me because I'm the direct interest already. I'm the first one actually touch on this news. But actually I can ask somebody. But if let's say the company already requests Bursa Malaysia, say, hey, I want to stop trading for 2 hours, then I submit this to you, then you just announce it. After announced already, maybe certain period of time, then only the trading resume. Then you can avoid kind of like maybe insider trade lah.
Yeah, which is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
So about the delisting, right? So can the major shareholder, they offer a low price to buy back the shares from the minorities?
So, this one. Yeah, once they say they want to privatize already, right? I think they should have a price already.
Which should be fair also, right?
Yeah,
sometimes
not really. Not really, because how to say fair? Because actually I can cover one case before. So the company, right? This is my, I think 8 or 9 years back already. I bought a company. The company actually called, I don't mind to share the company. The company called Impact. It's a printing company. It's a semicon. Actually, I buy a lot of this share on this stock because I overconfident and earn a lot of money in the so-called growth. That's why I park all my capital in this company. So after my average price is around 230 or 240 like that lah. Okay, then because this company got a factory in Thailand. And if let's say you notice a few years back, so there's a big flood in the Thailand. So this company is badly affected. And then the share price dropped to 160 or 170. But end up, right, the privatized, I think after a year, if I'm not mistaken, the company called to privatize. The privatized price is around 230 like that.
So they want to delete.
It's not still the highest, you know. But of course, for that, I mean, in that time, I think the trading price should be around maybe 180 or 90 lah.
So it's already a premium from the market.
Yes, it's already premium from the market. But is it fair enough? This one is depend.
Yeah, it depends.
When you enter the price. Yeah.
Of course, everyone have a different perception on the price. Okay, since we are running out of time, let's just get to a few more questions. So a company director buy company shares under personal name. This is not considered as treasury shares.
Yeah,
no, but it's considered as an ordinary shares, just like public. Yes, they are like the shareholders, so they just.
Yes, because they play a role in the company. That's why they need to file. And we don't play any role in the company. That's why we just ignore that. Yeah, that's the difference. Yeah.
How about PN4? Do you know anything about PN4?
PN4, this one I think I missed out already. So let me go and check again. Then I will come back again on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, in maybe next section.
And delisting, will it be regulated by Bursa on price to buy from the investors? So
not really.
No, they
Bursa actually
come up with the offer, right? So you want to take it or not? Right?
Yes. But of course, in order to delist your company, right? You want to delist your company, right? You must have some certain so-called requirement. Means that actually you need to hold the company share maybe more than 30%. So if your guys actually interested to know more about how to do the delisting, right? Maybe I will do research more lah. Because I will also list out the criteria. A company want to be delisted, right? What are the requirements? As I know, right, they can't holding 10% say I want to delist the company. They must hold certain percentage of the company, then only they can announce. And of course, when can come to the certain high percentage, like for example 70%, right, they can force to kind of like this kind of action. But I need to double do the research more and deep on this topic. Then only I can share with you guys more deeper So about the delisting kind of issue.
Okay, good. So can you just put up your website, so just to remind people to go to your website to understand more about what you provide. Bouquet.online.
Okay, so this is the website. Like I say, the main objective, actually, we just want to share as many as possible the stock investment knowledge, whether it's a technical analysis or fundamental analysis or whatsoever. Okay, so in fact, actually, me myself, actually, I really, we can say, partner with a lot of speakers in the market. Okay, so I believe all the speakers also they got their so-called their knowledge or their experience to share with the retail investor. So like we know, right, normally if let's say we want to learn something, right, there's two ways you can learn from. First, you can learn from books, you read it yourself, and the second one, you learn from gurus. Okay, like in school, you learn from teacher. So here actually is really like school. Actually, you come here and you learn from the guys. Actually, I mean the presenter here, who already got can say some of them actually got a lot of experience in the stock market. They will tell you some things right actually based on their experience. So that's the main objective why I come out this kind of website, and also want to save your time, okay, by you don't have to travel from one place to another place, and also you can sit at home, right, just relaxing. I mean just very relaxed and listen to the speaker, and like what we are doing now. Okay, that's why I quite like this kind of models. And here under the webinar you also can see, but slowly, because I'm going to launch this website by this month end, that's why there's a few more topics will be coming in. So I hope you guys actually can come here and also listen to us, okay, to know more, also for free lah. Okay, don't worry, all free one.
So how do they want to get notified? Do they go to sign in?
Okay, first of all, I think you
Sign
can
up?
sign up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can sign up an account here. Then you can register. Okay, like for example over here. So you can register. Once you register already, right? So when 5 minutes before the actual webinar, there's a start webinar button over here. So you can just click the start webinar, and then the website actually will link you to the Zoom. So, and the Zoom application also will come out, and you can just use the Zoom and listen to us like what we are currently doing now.
Okay.
Okay, so this is all about the Bookkeep website. So hope to see you guys again here. But of course, like I say, I will come back to KCLau channel again and talk about entitlement. This is what I owe you, and also I will create some other topic as well.
Good. So thanks everyone for attending, and if you find this session to be valuable and you want to share it with your friends, we have a limited time replay on my Facebook page. So you can do me a favor, go to my Facebook page. It's KCLau. It's facebook.com/KCLau Money. There you can hope you can share this replay with your friends, or you can type in a comment or write us a testimonial or give us some feedback as well. So thank you everybody for attending, and you'll have a nice day.
Thank you everyone. Okay, see you guys again in the next section. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.